It's just after 5 a.m. February 10th, 2021, and I just felt moved to share this. I understand and I know that I'm not the only one feeling this way, and you know that need to share. Um, Not many people in my circle I can talk to anymore. I mean, the few people in my circle that are still left, they we all know what's going on, and there's really it's the conversation gets old. You know what I mean? The reality going on over our heads and in our world today gets really old, and who really wants to talk about it? I know I don't. I know all I want to do is sleep, you guys. Lately, seems to me life is great until the moment all of a sudden they call it waking up. But I've been questioning that lately. I'm wondering if, you know, it seems to me I was perfectly at peace and fine until I, quote, woke up. And then this is when my problems start. So I found that I enjoy sleeping a lot more lately than I do being awake. It sucks because I love life. You know what I mean? I love living. But this waking up into the reality where clouds are made of chemicals and there's an army of aircraft literally spraying you with stuff you didn't vote for or consent to all day long, to the point where it blots out the entire sun and the entire sky and leaves the valley below you covered in a haze, what you know is a geocloud, year round now, 365, 24/7 since these programs began. That's kind of difficult to live with. And I was on Matt Lammon's channel yesterday. If you guys don't know, he's the guy that he made the movie Frankenskies, and he's really good. He's done probably more work than most people. I mean, Dane Wigington's done some awesome work. Oh gosh, I can't. Rosalind Peterson just died. I learned yesterday on Matt Lammon's interview with conspiracy theorist, I think it's called. Go to his channel though, you'll see it there. It's like a 2 hour video. But Rosalind Peterson, she's also done some amazing work in this field and trying to, expose what's going on. But she just passed away. Um, it's almost impossible to wake up. I'm finding it very difficult, you guys, to get up from day to day and to carry on. I don't want to wake up in the morning. I like fight to wake up. I felt myself this morning, that moment all of a sudden where you're, in blissful sleep, and all of a sudden when you pop awake, it's like, damn it. I just don't want to wake up anymore here. I can't help myself. I've been, digging in and trying and fighting, and but I'd be lying if I said I have any interest in waking up to this world anymore, because I simply do not. I mean, it was bad before, and I've known since my very early years that there's something terribly wrong with the world. But now it's not even hiding. You know what I mean? It's flying directly over my head, blotting out the sun in the sky, and you know, covering the valley below me in a geohaze year round. So I'm struggling, you know what I mean? I'm not interested in this anymore, at all. Um but anyhow, watching Matt Lammon yesterday and listening to that interview, I asked him a question, still waiting to hear for a reply, but my first thought is, how do you carry on with this knowledge? I mean, he went through 2 hours of everything, and he's doing Frankenskies too, by the way. Incredible work how he's exposed to all this. But how do you carry on? How do you wake up from day to day and carry on, knowing that this insane stuff you spoke about for the last 2 hours is going on. I mean, I grew up in a world where we lived in, the land of the free and the home of the brave, and this was America, the last vestige of freedom on the face of the earth. And, we were something to be proud of. And that has all changed for me in the last 4 years since these programs started over my head. And all of a sudden, there's like this realization that of everything I kind of suspected that the world's a dark place. Well, now it's very clear the world is a dark place, and there are dark forces that are in charge of this world. But yeah, 2 hours of spraying us with barium and all the different chemical reactions. And then when you throw the 5G frequencies in with it, the stuff they can do, it's almost like waking up and realizing you are um, you're in a bad situation. You're in a prison camp, and those in charge basically have the authority to do to you whatever they decide to do to you. It's pretty psychologically disturbing and upsetting, and there's nothing you can really do about it. They're in full control and full power. You can bitch, you can scream, you can struggle all you want, but they got you, they got you. And having to come to terms with that, well, something I don't think I'll ever be able to do is to come to terms with that, but I think you know what I'm saying. It's just waking up to the reality we live in. And like I say every day when I walk outside and I see, an army of aircraft literally spraying stuff. I mean, they're turning them off and on. They're doing circles. I mean, it's almost like they're laughing about the fact, that you're one of the few people that can see what they're doing. I mean, they're shutting them off and on. They're doing X's. They're doing circles. They're blotting out the sun in the sky. And they've got the rest of the world somehow convinced, that this is normal and that there's no threat here and there's no foul going on whatsoever. And this has been absolute torture. This has been absolute torture, and I just don't want to wake up anymore, you guys. I'm much more content to be asleep myself, to be honest with you. Yeah, this world is so damn dark, and it's, becoming dark literally on top of figuratively right now. But yesterday, it was, the sun does not shine. There's a black cloud of the nothing hanging over my head while planes are still constantly flying back and forth spraying stuff. The sun's gone, the sky's gone. You know, it's just tough to deal with. I don't want to be here. I don't know about you guys. I don't want to be here. I'm done. I'm done with this. I've had enough. This is really pushing me over the line. You know. I don't know, God tells us we have free will, you guys. And I can't help wondering to myself, in the last 4 years, how many times I've woken up in the morning and I don't want to be awake. That moment where all of a sudden, you're awake and you're trying to go back to sleep. I don't want to be awake. And I start wondering about free will. I really do. Like, if had really had free will, I wouldn't wake up here in this place in the morning. But it seems to me I don't have free will because something forces me to continually wake up here in this nightmare, morning after morning after morning. It's like, the movie Groundhog Day or something. I didn't vote for this shit or consent to it either, but for some reason, if I got free will, why the hell am I still waking up here? I want to know, you know? I guess free will only exists within this box, right? Is the best answer I could come up with. Yeah, you got free will, but only within this box, you know? So you have no choice but to wake up in the morning into this nightmare. And that pisses me off. I'm not happy about it. Whatever this horror show is, you guys, I look forward to an ending, one way or the other. And I can't help myself with that. Nah, if I'm wrong, God help me, but I don't have anything left for this place. I really don't. This place has made me so sick. Before this all started, I was barely hanging on. I came up into the mountains to be at one with God and nature and to live in peace and to, try to, regroup and regather myself and, do the best I can to live the best life I can, and I know how. And this has showed up and has really pretty much ruined all of that for me. And now I just stay locked inside of my place and literally am horrified at the prospect of going outdoors, you guys. So I'm basically a prisoner in my home, and that's where I'm at. And it sucks, and I'm sure you guys can relate. And I just felt like sharing this morning, so there it is. All right, love you guys. Peace out.